back to the channel, welcome back to the shop. A couple episodes ago we were working on Buddha's car and I blew it and got the wrong brake caliper. But now the right one has come in, so we're gonna switch these two cars around. I wanna get that job done so I can send it back off to Buddha, and then we can get back to working on my 1990 CRX that we just got back from Mad Painter Mike over here. But right now they're in the wrong place and we've gotta switch them around. First thing I gotta do is move some cars. I gotta interrupt this time lapse because this is just cool. Line off on this side already. We already replaced it with the braided line last time. Let me show you right under here. See, we've already got the braided line put on right here. And we have to do the same thing on the other side, but this is the caliper that was having the problem, so I have the new caliper for this side. We just have to replace the brake line on the other side with a braided brake line so that it matches this side, and then put the new caliper on this side along with the pads, and it also has those cross-drilled rotors that we're going to put on it too. Here's the parts that we're working with. We saw them last time, but this is the braided brake lines. I got to put the other one on the front. Rotors from Detroit Axle, cross-drilled and slotted, and I've got some brake cleaner to clean those off because you got to get this grease off, this packing grease off before you put them on, otherwise you're not going to stop. Just some regular old brake pads, the right proper CRX caliper. This is what we needed the whole time. This is the whole reason we had to start back over. Now we can get to putting it on. I don't know where you can see me. Since on this side I already have the line on, I'm just going to take it off from the spindle here, take it off the brake caliper, connect the other one, and just hang it on a little hook here. And let it stay there while we do the rotor and all that other stuff, and then put the whole thing on when everything's new. So, but, of course, first, this one's got to come off. Ew, brake fluid. Now I got this one hanging, it'll be easy enough to take this caliper off and just get rid of it and put on the new disc. Slide that one right back on. That should remove the whole brake caliper. There we go, just squeezed a little tight on that disc there. But there we go. Can't take the disc off because I have the lug nuts on. I usually like to put the lug nuts back on just so that I don't bang up any of the studs or anything like that. Just in working, you never know, you might drop a tool or a hammer or smash your shit on the stud here. So I put the lug nut on top of the stud just in order to keep it from getting torn up or anything. Grab those new discs. I'm gonna clean the disc off before we put it on. A little bit of brake cleaner. Just gets off that factory oil that they put on the disc for shipping and to keep it from rusting. So you wanna go ahead and get that off before you install the brakes. Let those dry out for a minute and then we can put them on. This on. Grab the caliper here off our trusty little hook. Look at that. Oh, my dog's barking. Let me go see what's going on. There we go, nice and in tight, not in place like my brake line. There we go. I got this side pretty much just like I want it. We just have to bleed the brakes, but everything is assembled and installed. The braided brake line is put in back there. The new caliper is put on and the new disc. So Buddha should have some brakes well, we still got to do the other side. Actually, the braided brake line hasn't been put on over there. So real quick, we're gonna jump to the other side, put the braided brake line on, and then bleed these brakes out for boot. That's both sides put back together. Now I just need somebody to come around so that we can bleed the brakes. They get to pump them and I get to bleed them. Let's go! Shane's here now. He's gonna pump the pedal while we bleed the brakes. Alright, I like this one, man. Try the other side. Touching on my phone, brake fluid, all my shit. Can you turn the wheel this way? Alright. Alright, a lot of air there. Oh yeah, alright. Still fluid in the master cylinder. Still fluid in there, so we're gonna start it up and then do some more bleeding. How's the pedal feel? Yeah. Bleed it some more. Start it up, let it get a little vacuum pressure and see if that helps the brake pedal feel a little better. Going back. Alright, guess we'll bleed the back too. Brakes work. Drove Buddha CRX out of here and it drove and stopped perfectly, so I gave him a call and he came by the next morning to pick it up. After Buddha grabbed his car, the next day was actually Cars and Coffee, so he came right back over, as well as a couple other people stopped by before Cars and Coffee and just check it out. Hanging out with Tommy from One Stop Photography. He rode with us and grabbed a few snapshots of the cars on the way over to Cars and Coffee. got Buddha's car all wrapped up, and we even got a few pictures from going to Cars and Coffee and some of the people who just come around and hang out at the shop. Thanks for always hanging out with us, and until we see you on the next one,
stay mad.
Yeah, you know it. Have to replace the braided light. We just have to replace. Episode or two ago. Shit, an episode or two. An episode. When we got Buddha's brakes done, we even got a little time at Cars. Sorry.